city great. And I thank you, Lord, for all the blessings in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Please rise for the pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Council, any motion on the work session minutes from December the 19th.
Motion to adopt.
Have a motion to adopt. All in favor, raise your hand.
It's going to be 5, and I need 4, 7, and 8 to abstain.
Okay. Need a motion on the regular council meeting minutes for the 19th of December.
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, raise your hand.
7 with 1 abstention.
Okay. These computers not working? Mine's buzzing. Is mine gonna blow up over here? Tell me when it's working.
Not until we hit the button.
I didn't know how bad it was. How bad it was. It's okay. That's better. Thank you.
That was your hard drive.
Yeah, that was working over there. Okay, Mr. Mayor, you up.
Well, first of all, Happy New Year's.
We're trying to be happy tonight.
I know it's going to be a fun evening. We had a great ringing in the new year at Riverwalk Stadium. Denise Miller and Kay McCrary were in charge of that. Did a little different, didn't have it out on the street. It was very, 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 very cold. We ended up with about 2,000 people in the stadium. David Burkett brought 2,000 himself in the stadium. But it was a great event. The band was really good. The fireworks and the confetti were a big hit. People came also just surrounding the stadium to be able to see the fireworks. They didn't come in the stadium. But it was our first endeavor. The biscuits have been very helpful. So hopefully next year we'll do something. And Parney, who's the president, he suggested that rather than raising a star like we did in 2019, he'd like to raise a biscuit. And so we're going to be working on raising the biscuit next year along the way. 2017 was a good year for us. Have you got the message keyed up to go? Yeah, I wanted to, we made this video, Griff Waller orchestrated it, and we've given it to some of the media. You've seen some of it along, but I wanted to have you see the entire 4 minutes just to put an exclamation point on 2017 and a forecast a little bit for 2018. And once we've done that, then we have a couple of other issues that we'd like to bring to your attention. So go ahead, Mike, if you'll play that.
I'm Todd Strange, Mayor of Montgomery. I want to thank this station for the privilege of their airtime. 2017 proved to be a successful year in our city, even up to the final hours. Just over a week ago, the Air Force announced Montgomery's 187th Fighter Wing at Danny will bed down the F-35, marking the culmination of 2 years of effort forged through the shared vision and teamwork of our military men and women, elected officials, and business leaders. That same Montgomery teamwork and partnerships led Montgomery and announced new jobs in 2016. And in 2017, we cut unemployment in half to 3.4%, with nearly 100,000 people earning paychecks. That was an increase of 1,700. More than 1,000 new jobs have been announced this year, along with investments totaling more than $200 million. In June, the Montgomery Internet Exchange reached 100 gig, rivaling Atlanta in terms of capacity, but offering lower cost of doing business in Montgomery. More than 25 national and international companies are taking advantage of our exchange, but it's only the beginning for what we see as a sea change in Montgomery's technological potential. Part of that potential stems from our Smart City, Smart Bay strategy, which relies on partnerships to spur innovation and enhance overall quality of life and job creation. We've doubled down on our efforts with Open Data Montgomery, increasing transparency and efficiency through our web insights into city expenses and interactive maps of capital projects, police and fire reports, as well as paving. 2018 will be a banner year for our neighborhoods and our schools as we work to revamp the education system to provide all students access to high-quality education. The time has come to restore quality to all of our schools. The challenges facing us in Montgomery did not develop overnight in education, nor will solutions to solve them. However, the intervention is already yielding positive results. And we encourage the Montgomery Board of Education to work collaboratively with the intervention team to achieve better outcomes for all of our kids. Our magnet schools are stellar examples of what all of our schools should be, and charter schools can also play a role in our educational future. Blighted properties and potholes are disappearing. All across Montgomery in 2018 will add to that trend. 2017 infrastructure projects have added more than 25 miles of freshly paved roads and accounted for demolition of close to 100 unsafe structures. We have committed physical resources to expand the number of police officers patrolling our streets, with an emphasis on recruiting top-ranked candidates while retaining those already making up the thin blue line. Even though the number of incidents declined in 2016, that's little consolation if you are a victim of crime. Together we will strive to make our neighborhoods and our businesses safer. More mentoring opportunities with our youth, parental training and conflict resolution are in our future this spring, and our fire department will continue its first-class service. We are proud of all development across Montgomery. Private investors like Foshee Development and Montgomery Bills have pumped millions of dollars into projects, giving new life and vibrancy to Lord Dexter, while other projects continue across Montgomery, from the 80 Suite Hotel development in Cottage Hills, 5 Points, to Perry Hill Crossing, to Fairview Avenue, and well beyond. Montgomery has led the state with the highest hotel occupancy rate, resulting in even more investment, and there are plans to further expand downtown hotel capacity by more than 600 rooms. The new direct flight service from Danley to Reagan National in Washington will benefit tourism and businesses as well. As we enjoy momentum in Montgomery, our growth and development will be properly managed by the first comprehensive plan and land use study in 50 years under the new Envision 2050 project. And all this would not be possible without the city's more than 2,400 dedicated employees, as well as amazing citizens and visitors alike. We invite you to get involved and become part of all that is good about Montgomery and help us become the best we can be. Happy New Year.
That we talked about certainly come from our budget that we've gotten approved. We do have dedicated employees that get up every day, and this is particularly a very difficult time given the cold weather. They're out there doing things. You can't pave in this kind of weather, but there are many other things that we could do. We have our EMA director, Christine Thornton, with us tonight. I wanted her to give a brief report about the weather and what she has been doing, what EMA has been doing, and what efforts that we're taking to make sure that we're doing as much as we can to get people off the streets. And the action that you heard about tonight just only helps in that endeavor. EMA Director, where are you, Christine?
Good evening, and thank you for having me. What we've had and what we're looking forward to is a week of hard freeze. We will get down into the low teens on Wednesday night, back into Thursday as another front comes through. We will have no precipitation expected right now, so hopefully it's just going to be very cold. So what we're wanting to make sure people understand and people are concerned about are people, pets, plants, and their pipes. Make sure that you have those things covered. We've been to the Salvation Army and spoke with them. Yes, they're at capacity the last 3 nights of 185 people. We have other shelters that are normally closed throughout the day that are allowing all of their stations to be those warming centers, and we're making sure and post that information out over Facebook and through our media outlets. Friendship Mission West is still not at capacity and accepting citizens that need assistance. They only accept men on the Mobile Highway branch, and that is because they close at 7 p.m., so they want people to go in and get there. It is a first come, first serve. As the needs are there, they try to help as many people as possible. The major thing is to get out of the weather as much as possible, and if you need any help or assistance, to please call EMA. so that we can help you if you have a run-in with the police department and for some reason they're needing to assist you with shelter. Contact us so that we can contact the American Red Cross if needed. Thank you.
You have any questions of Christy? She's been in constant contact with all of the agencies. We stay in good communications. If we need to open up more shelter, we will. But as you said, we've got some that's still not at capacity. During the day, we've had warming centers in various places to make sure people can stay warm in those environments. Thanks, Christy. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Very good.
A number of years ago, you'll remember, we started really working on obesity when it came out that we were tied with a city in California as being the most obese in the United States. In all fairness, that was the region, not just the city of Montgomery, but you know, in Montgomery we have some really good restaurants and real good cooks, so we probably maybe not have been the most, but we were there. But Michael Burdell was tasked to be the czar of health and wellness, and he and his team from out the river region has done a really, really good job. There have been some grant opportunities that we've been able to accomplish, and the last time we had any numbers, there were 30,000 less obese people in this region that we talked about than when the survey was done in 2010. And Michael is coming now to talk about what it is that we have opportunity to do and how that might play into decisions that the City Council would make. Michael?
Thank you, Mayor, and good evening, council members, and thank you for this chance to talk to you about a project that's been undertaken by the River Region Obesity Task Force over the past year. As the mayor said, back in 2009, a survey showed that based on body mass index, 34.6% of people in the Montgomery metropolitan area were classified as obese. That's what led to the formation of the Obesity Task Force, and 3 years later, we had dropped 7.5 percentage points, and as the mayor said, that equates to 30,000 fewer obese people. What you have before you in the binded folder are the results from the change survey. The survey itself was also given to you, and we distributed this thanks to some generous allocations by both the mayor and you in the city's general fund to combat obesity, but also through the Wellness Coalition, one of our key partners. The change survey was also underwritten by the Centers for Disease Control, specifically their REACH grant, which targeted census tracts in Lowndes, Montgomery, and Macon counties to analyze health conditions that were there. We tried this change survey, which asks people, what are the obstacles to health and wellness in your community? Lots of experts and scientists can give you theories about what might be an impediment, but if you want the facts, you have to go to the people. When we did this in 2012, we got 80 people to respond and got some great data, but we were just worried that that 80 respondents wasn't truly representative of our community. That's why last year we went out and had 500 respondents that took the change survey. 311 of them went to River Region Obesity Task Force.org to complete the survey. 189 respondents were based on interactions out in the community, including at churches in Lowndes County, churches in community in Macon County, and also in Montgomery County, where among the places we went out to get data was the Life South Blood Center on Carmichael Road. They also were able to take those surveys that you have before you out on all of the blood drives that they do with their buses, including twice a year here at City Hall. Based on the respondents, 71% about were from right here in Montgomery County. You can see the rest of the breakdown for Macon, Lowndes. We also had people on the website in Georgia who were taking the survey. Good to have that information, but we really wanted to know what was going on here in Montgomery County. The change survey asked 16 demographic questions so we could find out who was taking the survey, and then 40 multiple choice questions where the people gave us answers about their community. Based on the respondents, you could see that 60% were female. We had a range of ages for the respondents. The race, about 73%, and that's exactly what the CDC was hoping for based on the census tracts that they identified. We needed to know the employment status because a lot of the ways that you can impact someone's health is tied to their job. 69% of the people who took the survey were employed. We asked what type of community you lived in, how frequently do you exercise, how close is the nearest park or trail to where you live, how close is the nearest fruit or vegetable retailer to where you live. A lot of food deserts, of course, cause problems for people getting the nutrition that is optimum for health. And then we asked them to answer questions about their community at large, about healthcare facilities in their area, about the schools in their area, and about their work sites. And based on all of the data that we got, we were able to crystallize it into 8 conclusions that we'd like to share with you now. Based on your constituents' responses, they think we need an increase in education about the importance of fruits and vegetables, specifically among people who receive WIC and EBT benefits. We need to increase educational outreach about how to cook healthy foods. If people knew how to cook healthy foods, they might have healthier diets, and diet is probably more than 70% of being healthy. They would like more facilities where where nursing mothers can breastfeed young infants. Need to stay engaged with leadership regarding safe places to exercise. It's not enough to just build a park or a walkway. You've got to make sure that it's safe, it's lit at night, and that people don't fear that they'll be attacked. Also, that they'll have safe walking routes and bike routes. Encourage healthcare providers to extend their hours. A lot of people say that when they need to go to the hospital, they can't because they've got jobs or other deals. But if nurses and clinics and doctors were available at different hours throughout the day, they would have better access to them. Over time, they need to see if the advice that's being given to them is being implemented. That's another initiative that the Wellness Coalition is already undertaking with Health Services Incorporated and a few other healthcare providers. They would like schools to include healthy living in their mission statements. If you can tell children that it is important to be healthy, that's a message that could resonate with them for the rest of their lives. Encourage work sites to adopt policies that will make it easier for people to have healthy lifestyles, including discounted gym memberships like what's currently offered to City of Montgomery employees in terms of a discount at the YMCA, but also showers and places to cook inside the workplace so that you don't have to eat foods that are bad for you. And the reason that we came to you is because we know that you are often requested to channel funds and public dollars into different initiatives. According to our constituents, these are the ways that you can devote those dollars and those resources that will add to greater health. And you've got a more comprehensive list of the findings than what we shared with you on the PowerPoint, and I thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks, Michael. It's important to have this information just personally, but it's the base document that we use as we work with the medical community, with the education community, and the health community to provide this kind of information so that they can know what is meaningful to them. Just one note on the health side of the equation. You know, when we started with Envision 2020 through our medical outreach, one of the first things we saw was the graying of Montgomery as far as physicians. The average age of physicians in 2010 was about 57 years of age, with many retiring, and it was hard to get appointments, hard to get new patients to be able to see doctors, particularly the primary care doctors. And so through Envision 21 and bringing the UAB school here and many other things that we've supported as a city and certainly as a county, I can report to you that based on the latest data, the age has gone from 57 to 47 years of age over the last 8 or 9 years. So that, at least one issue, is working now, and we have primary care physicians that have availability. We've got a health clinic both at Jackson and at Baptist that can take some of the diagnostic issues that we've had to have, and we don't always have to go to Birmingham. So with that, I'll turn it back over to you and can wish you a Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. Very good information. Thank you. Any special committee reports tonight? Seeing none. Madam Clerk, we'll go right into first agenda item.
Mr. President, item 1, ordinance rezoning one parcel of land containing 12.5 acres located on the north side of Taylor Road east of Taylor Road from an Ag 1 district to a PGH 40 district.
Mr. Pruitt, you want to carry that over?
Yes, sir, Mr. President, to April 3rd.
April 3rd. Okay.
Item 2, resolution concurring in the appointment of Caroline Montgomery Clark to the Board of Directors of Human Resources.
We want to carry that over. Let's just carry over the first meeting in February.
First meeting in February. Okay. Item 3, hearing on proposed ordinance rezoning 5 lots located on the northwest corner of Penn Street and Plum Street from an R60S district to a B3 district.
Mr. Fleming and Mr. Burkett want to speak. Tommy, you want to go ahead and tell us.
This item failed to carry a motion, so it's brought to you on appeal.
Mr. Fleming, you want your name to the record, sir? Give me your name for the record.
Yes, sir. Ed Fleming. I'm with Hodges Commercial Real Estate.
Okay. Any questions, counsel, of Mr. Fleming? If not, I need a motion.
Motion
This is a public hearing. We're still in it.
Yes, sir.
We didn't get okay. This is a public hearing. Anyone like to speak against this item, please come forward. Seeing none, if the public hearing's been held, it's brought before the council. Need a motion?
Motion to adopt.
Have a motion to adopt. All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous. Ordinance is
Good luck with the
adopted.
project.
Thank you, Council.
Item 4, hearing on proposed ordinance rezoning property located on the south side of Winston Drive, east of Norman Bridge Road, and east side of Norman Bridge Road, south of Winston Drive, from a B2 district to a B1A district.
Tommy?
Mr. President, this rezoning request is to accommodate a Buddhist teaching and meditation and monastery facility.
The representative of this person here. Okay, there you yeah. Okay. Your name for the record, sir?
My name is Dr. Andrew Marquette.
Oh, doctor, okay. This is a public hearing. Anyone like to speak against this item, please come forward. Seeing none, I declare the public hearing's been held. It's brought before the council. Need a motion?
Motion to adopt.
Have a motion to adopt. All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous. Ordinance is adopted.
Good luck with your program, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sir.
Item 5, hearing on proposed ordinance rezoning one parcel of land containing 7.8 acres located on the east side of Mobile Highway, north of Wasden Road, from an Ag 1 district to an M1 district.
Mr. Tyson?
Mr. President, the Planning Commission voted to recommend the rezoning of this property for commercial use.
This is a public hearing. Anyone like to speak against this item, please come forward. Seeing none, declare the public hearing's been held. It's brought before the council. Need a motion?
Move to adopt.
All in favor, raise your hand.
7. One abstention.
Two abstention.
Yes, sir, 1 abstention.
Okay.
The ordinance is adopted.
Okay.
Item 6, ordinance levying franchise tax on Alabama Gas Corporation and/or Spire for 2017.
Need a motion to suspend the rules.
Motion to suspend the rules.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Motion.
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous. Ordinance is adopted.
Since you have voted on it, it is statutory and it is 5%.
5% instead of 1?
5%.
Okay, very good.
Item 7, ordinance granting a license to GCHP Jefferson Davis LLC to construct, install, and maintain a canopy structure over a portion of right-of-way of Montgomery Street.
Need a motion to suspend the rules.
Motion to suspend the rules.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Can I have a question?
Yeah, Mr. Bill has a question.
This Jefferson Davis, is that for the Jefferson Davis who was the president of the Confederacy?
I don't know.
Can anybody answer that for me? Nobody knows?
Nobody knows.
What did he say?
I have no idea. It's been that way for years. I don't know. The people that own it,
Where's
is the owner.
Why does it matter?
Yeah. Matt, can you answer the question? I couldn't hear the question. Is
Is this Jefferson Davis? Is Jefferson Davis was the president of the Confederacy?
Okay. All right. Any other questions? Nobody can answer that question. Well,
Well, count me down for an extension.
For abstention,
Yeah, they voted on it yet?
yeah, we hadn't voted for it yet.
okay.
Have a motion to adopt. All in favor, raise your hand.
there's going to be 3 abstentions. 5 yeses.
Okay. All opposed?
We have 3 abstentions, which
3
is going
abstentions,
to
okay.
be 4, 6, and 7, and then 1 absent. So the ordinance is adopted.
Okay. Number 8.
Application for special retail more than 30 days liquor license doing business as Eve Event Planning and Event Center, 711 Air Base Boulevard.
Representative Eve Event Planning Center, here, please. Your name for the record, ma'am?
Vicki Hill.
Okay, Vicki. This is a public hearing. Anyone would like to speak against this item, please come forward. Seeing none, declare the public hearing's been held. It's proper for the council. Need a motion to suspend the rules.
Move to suspend the rules.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Move to adopt.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Hold your hands up, gentlemen.
Huh? You okay with that?
I'm okay.
Gentlemen, hold your hands up because I got a split vote. If you'll hold your hands up and let me get you written down.
Number 8.
Number 8's one that you turned down before.
That's one that we had postponed.
Postpone. You okay with that?
Yeah, the postpone.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
All right. All in favor, raise your hand.
Five.
All opposed?
Are you
Good luck with your
abstaining or
business,
voting no? Just a second. Mr. Lyons, are you abstaining or voting no? Abstain. Mr. Bollinger,
Is a no.
you're a no vote. 2 is an abstain. 7
Okay.
is a no vote.
All right. Motion carries.
5, 6, 7, 8. I'm missing one person.
Did you get me?
What was your vote?
My vote
It's 4.
is 4. Mr. Burkett voted for it, right? Is it in your district?
Yes.
Okay.
4.
I've had time to revisit this over the past few weeks, and I'm satisfied with it.
Okay.
So, Vicki, just get with me after.
Okay. Right, thank you.
Okay. You got your votes?
6.
Don't care.
6 yeses, 2 abstentions, 2 noes, and
Don't carry.
and 1 abstention.
5.
So you got 6 votes?
6,
5.
8, 9.
Five.
I've got 1 too many. It's going to be 5.
5?
1, 2, 3, 4,
5, 2, 1?
5 yeses, so it carries. We've got 2 noes
Okay, carries
and
on.
1 abstention.
All right. Good luck with your business, ma'am. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Item number 9, application for retail beer and retail table wine owner off premises doing business as Vintage Cafe, Cloverdale, 416 Cloverdale Road.
Hello, my name's Judd Blunt.
Okay, Judd.
Hey, how are y'all?
Your name, sir?
Eric Rivera.
Okay, that's good. Okay,
Brian Wooden.
thank you. This is a public hearing, and anyone would like to speak against this item, please come forward. Seeing none, declare the public hearing's been held. It's proper for the council. Need a motion? Tracy's not here.
Move to adopt.
Have a motion to adopt. Have a motion to suspend the rules. All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Move to adopt.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous, resolution is adopted.
Good luck with the new business.
Mr. President, before that group leaves, I'd like to just point out, this is the ownership and management group of Vintage Year, which is now investing across the street. Actually, they've built another building where their corporate offices are, and it's just delighted to see them expanding, and would look forward to the time when they're going to expand further in the great city of Montgomery. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Item number 10, application for a restaurant retail liquor license doing business as Tailwind MGM, 4445 Selma Highway.
Representative Tailwind, MGM. Yes, sir. Your name?
Matthew Edgar.
Okay, sir. This is a public hearing. Anyone like to speak against this item, please come forward. Seeing none, declare the public hearing has been held. Proper before the council. Need a motion?
Motion to suspend the rules.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous, resolution is adopted.
Good luck with your business, sir.
Thank you very much.
Item 11, resolution declaring public nuisances, authorizing abatement and assessing cost of abatement of public nuisances on various lots.
Need a motion to suspend the rules?
Motion to suspend the rules.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous, resolution is adopted.
All right. You got anything else, Madam Clerk?
Yes, sir, I have put before you two sets of contingency funds for District 1, 1,600 to Montgomery Rotary Sunrise Foundation, 1,000 to Lake Forest Neighborhood Association, and 1,000 for District 5, 1,000 to American Association for Children.
Okay. Anybody else, council? I need a motion to adopt.
Motion to adopt.
Motion to adopt. All in favor, raise your hand. Okay.
Unanimous.
All right.
We had two that were conferencing.
They voted yes, okay.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Never.
Okay, getting down to the public communication on non-agenda items.